been recruiting for a week now. We've been out about 5 times and been handing out brochures to the kids in the nearby areas. And we went back to some areas where we've been in the past and we saw a lot of kids that we know. So some of them are still coming to the classes, some of them have already come out. So A, we're hoping to get back a lot of the kids who've already left the classes for different reasons. And B, I hope tomorrow for our registration day that we'll get at least 50 new students from these very poor slum areas nearby.
Iya, makasih ya.
Ya, besok ya. Jam 9 pagi.
Pendidikan lebih baik dari duit, betul ya?
Betul.
Oke.
Enggak, kirain ada sampingannya 50 berapa sih? Ada sampingan duitnya.
Who need the most help are the ones that don't necessarily have the motivation, like the motivation in themselves and the motivation from their parents to keep coming to class. So, for example, today we talked to a boy who's maybe 10 years old but he's not in school anymore and he's dropped out. And we said to his parents, like, come to the class. He needs to come to the class, he needs to come to the class, and then we can get him in school and we can get him sponsored and we can help him. And they just, the thought of having to enter him into school again, they just seem like they can't, that's something that they can't do. And so it seemed like he won't end up coming. So that's always a difficulty, but we'll keep on trying with kids like that. Do all I can.
Hari ini apa ya, banyak aja anak-anaknya daripada waktu Ayu ngasih brosur, terus cuacanya mendukung, cerah.
Than I expected, because I thought it would be extremely chaotic and people coming in huge numbers, entire families. Actually we got so far 32 students registered, which in the end is okay because we already had quite a few students in our classes, so 32 is a manageable number of new students so that everything can move on smoothly. We had to send away a few people who we thought were too well off for what we want or what we need. Some of them were a little bit upset because they still believed that they were not rich people in any ways, but I had to explain that even ordinary people are already too well off for our classes, and children of teachers or civil servants already have a pretty good life compared to children of people who live in slums and have really nothing. So these were difficult moments because I know that a lot of people live very humble life in Indonesia, and to tell them that, well, sorry, you are too well off for us to accept your child is a stretch, but we have to choose, we cannot accept everyone. Yeah, we also had to be strict with the procedures, and some parents, I think, were annoyed about that, saying, oh, I will bring the documents tomorrow, please just let me register. And we kept sending them off, no, please bring all the documents, and only then we can register. But yeah, quite many of them came back with all the documents, which makes sense, right? In the end, that's how it should be. So yeah, so we will see this coming week. Tomorrow should be a lot of students from first grade coming into class for the first time, so should be fun.
Okay.
Satu.
Without letter or call, you just came to mess it up. I have all the reasons to say.
Kelihatan gigi,
I have all the reasons to hate you.